what is the best FIFA game? Just from speaking to friends and strangers throughout the years, one thing I've learned is that everyone has their favorite FIFA game. There are a couple releases from over the years that stand out to me as a fan, but this got me thinking, what is the best FIFA game? Well, to find out, I'm going to rank every FIFA and EA Sports FC game from the last 15 years. Now, you might be thinking, why only the last 15 years? Why not before that? Well, I only really got into the FIFA games around FIFA 11. Before that, I was a really big PES fan. I mainly played PES, especially on my PSP. I loved it on the PSP. So to make this fair, I'm only going to rank games between FIFA 11 and EA FC 26 because it doesn't make sense for me to rank games that I haven't really played. Okay, first up is FIFA 11. I think I got into FIFA at a really good time with FIFA 11. It was the start of a really good era for EA, so I will always remember getting on console for the first time and playing FIFA 11. I remember the gameplay was rapid. I spent so much time in the practice arena in FIFA 11 trying to master every single skill move because they all seemed to work really well. It was a really fun arcade-like game. I think FIFA 11 was also the first year Ultimate Team was in the game, though I didn't play Ultimate Team that much. Overall, the gameplay was good. It was very arcade-like, and based off how much fun I had, I'm going to be putting FIFA 11 into the good category. FIFA 12. FIFA 12. FIFA 12 is close to my heart. This was the first FIFA that I really got into it, and I was like, yeah, this is better than PES. This is the game that I want to play. I really got into Ultimate Team during FIFA 12 as well. I think a lot of people got into Ultimate Team during FIFA 12. This was back when promos weren't really a thing in Ultimate Team. I'd love for EA to go back to that sort of premise in the future, but we're too far gone now for that to ever happen, I think. And honestly, I think a lot of people think the exact same as me here, but when I think of FIFA 12, all I can think about is the KSI Road to Division 1. LOL! But once again, the gameplay was fast, it was arcade-like, it was a lot of fun, the content itself was really good, so I think FIFA 12 goes in the great category. Next up is FIFA 13. I mean, once again, gameplay-wise, FIFA 13 was fantastic. I used to remember submitting my goals into Goal of the Week every single week. They never got picked. But ignoring that, that's not relevant here. The gameplay was good, but overall, I wouldn't say it was as good as FIFA 12. The game as a whole wasn't that different, so because of this, I'm going to be putting FIFA 13 in forgettable. FIFA 14, I mean, once again, another fantastic year gameplay-wise. EA were on it with the gameplay back in the day. I mean, it was arcadey, it was fun, and to be honest, the game alone could be known just for its soundtrack. It had songs like Love Me Again by John Newman, you had Smalling by Dreamballs, Always by Empire of the Sun. I'd say FIFA 14 was the pinnacle of soundtracks for FIFA games. It was also a World Cup year, so in FIFA 14, you had the 2014 World Cup modes. Honestly, I was going to put this in mid or good, but now I've started talking about it, I want to put FIFA 14 in great. It really was a great game. Yeah, you know what? FIFA 14 goes into great. Okay, next up is FIFA 15. Yeah, I mean, FIFA 15. This one's easily going in the GOAT category for me. This was the year that FIFA made that transition to the next generation of consoles, so Xbox One and PS4. Graphically, it was a giant leap. It looked much better than FIFA 14, players look more realistic. The majority of realism we have today is down to how these changes were made back in FIFA 15. Ultimate Team was really good once again in FIFA 15, but I'd say Career Mode was a standout this year. I think this might have been one of the few years where I played Career Mode more, if not the same, than Ultimate Team. I think this was the year they also introduced concept squads. I really remember building squads in Ultimate Team on my console, so I think that must have been FIFA 15. It was also the first year of lone players and legends, which are now known as icons. There were some really interesting legend cards. I think it was an Xbox exclusive at the time, but I'll always remember that 86 rated Valderrama card. He had like 4 stats below 70 rated or something. It was an awful card. But as an overall game, it was one of the best ever, so FIFA 15's gotta go as a GOAT. As far as I can remember, I was not such a big fan of FIFA 16. I do think a lot of this comes down to how good FIFA 15 was. I mean, it was a tough game to follow. If you're not hitting the same standards or beating how good FIFA 15 was, I think I'm instantly going to find a reason to dislike it from the go. FIFA 16 was the year that Foot Draft was introduced, and honestly, I think I must have made about 200 accounts on Xbox because EA would load up each account with 1 Foot Draft token. So I remember building all these Ultimate Team accounts just to play Foot Drafts religiously. Draft was really fun, but that's all I can really remember liking about FIFA 16, so I'm going to put this one in the mid category. Just 2 years on from one of the best ever FIFA games, EA Sports released FIFA 17, and I'd argue it was better than 15 purely from a content point of view. This was the year that EA Sports introduced real competitive gaming into Ultimate Team. FIFA 17 was the year of Champs. This was the first time it was added into Ultimate Team, and this is when Champs was a grind. Nowadays we play 15 games in 3 days. Back in FIFA 17, this was 40 games of Champs in just 2 days. Honestly, it was crazy demanding, but it was so worth it. You also had the top 100 leaderboard that had really juiced up rewards. FIFA 17 Ultimate Team was arguably the best Ultimate Team has ever been. SBCs were also added to Ultimate Team for the first time ever, which was groundbreaking. The Frostbite engine was also added, which added more realism to the game, but the best feature on FIFA 17, I think, in my opinion, by a mile, was the journey. I beg EA Sports brings the journey back, because honestly, the journey was one of the best modes EA has ever released. It was a fantastic, well-executed idea, and I genuinely think it's severely underrated. Okay, now we need to move on, because just talking about how good FIFA 17 was is actually frustrating me comparing it to what we have to deal with now, so no questions asked, FIFA 17 is a GOAT game. FIFA 18. Okay, this is a weird one because I don't think too much actually changed gameplay-wise from FIFA 17, but it wasn't the gameplay that made FIFA 17 so good. It was the content, and content, I think, is where FIFA 18 lacked. Nothing that great was added content-wise. We had squad battles come in, which I remember playing loads for some reason. The journey had a second year in the game, which expanded to other leagues like La Liga and MLS. Overall, FIFA 18 was okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it could have been a lot better, so let's put it in mid. FIFA 19. Okay, now this is where we start to go slightly downhill. FIFA 19 got a real mixed reception. At the time, I think a lot of people disliked it, but I actually think I played more FIFA 19 than any other FIFA title. There were a lot of gameplay changes made. Firstly, division rivals were added to Ultimate Team for the first time ever, while the Champions League license was also picked up by EA. We also saw features like time finishing, which actually doesn't exist anymore, and the active touch system introduced in FIFA 19. But when I think back to FIFA 19, I remember a fun game. The gameplay was far from great, okay? It was almost too unrealistic, but it was high scoring and it was fun, and that's the point of it, right? Overall, yeah, the game wasn't the best, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, so I'm putting FIFA 19 in the mid category. Next is FIFA 20. Now, in my opinion, FIFA 20 was an awful, awful game. This was the year that EA introduced Volta. It was their answer to the demands for another FIFA Street, but it just didn't work. For a 3v3 game mode, Volta was extremely boring, and you can tell it didn't work because it's no longer in the game. It lasted just a few years. I remember finesse shots being so overpowered. I think if you could green time a finesse shot anywhere on the pitch, within reason, within 40 yards of the goal, it would go in. But I also think that FIFA 20 was a turning point where EA moved more towards pay to win. Promos became more common, promo packs became more expensive. Overall, it was quite a bad game, so I'm gonna put FIFA 20 in trash. FIFA 21, honestly, what even happened in FIFA 21? There were like no big additions made to the game. I remember it being extremely paid to win, but I actually have very little to talk about with FIFA 21. This is definitely going in the forgettable category because I cannot remember a thing. FIFA 22 had a really fun end to the game cycle. I remember really being invested in the footies and the shapeshifters promos right towards the end of the game, more than ever before. So, you know what? I'm putting FIFA 22 in the good category. I think it's slightly underrated. FIFA 23 was the final game in the FIFA series, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I remember this was the year that accelerate types were introduced into the game for the first time, and you know what? This was really fun. I remember lengthy players becoming really OP, and it created a new meta in the game for the first time in a long time, so it's something I really enjoyed. This was also the Qatar World Cup year, so I remember in Ultimate Team you had those limited edition World Cup cards, and you also had loads of World Cup promos as well. FIFA 23 also had the brand new chemistry system added to the game. There was women's football added. There was loads of good stuff to notice. There were a lot of constant gameplay updates, which were quite frustrating, but overall, I really like FIFA 23, so this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm gonna put it in great. I think EA went out with a bang when it came to the FIFA name. EA FC 24. This was the first game of the EA Sports FC era. EA were under big pressure to deliver, and for a minute, they did. When the game first came out, I think players were happy with how the game was, similar to this year. We'll get onto that later. But like halfway through the game cycle, the game just nosedived. The gameplay became horrible. There were just way too many metas. Ultimate Team became a tough task because so many rewards were untradeable. You couldn't trade. The market was ruined. Overall, this wasn't really a good game, but I think it did slightly redeem itself with how it began, so I'm gonna put FC24 in mid. Oh, this next one's bad. EA FC 25. This is the first game since I started playing any of the of FIFA games where I started looking elsewhere for football games to play. Again, the first few weeks of the game, I was enjoying things. It was a new game, there was new updates being made, but then just a few weeks in, it got really boring. The promos were way too big from the go. It killed Ultimate Team instantly, and the gameplay itself was bad. Nothing had been done to fix it from FC24, none of the feedback had been listened to, players got fed up and started looking for games elsewhere. By December, I found myself playing games like UFL more than I was playing FC. There was a big winter upgrade. I remember this did make things a bit better, but it quickly reverted back to its boring ways. And I think this is, by some distance, the worst game that EA has ever released. And do you know what? I think if you asked EA as well, what's the worst game that's ever been released by EA, they would say FC25. I mean, just look at the promo for FC26. The majority of the build-up to that game was EA saying, look at how bad our last game was, this game's gonna be better. FC25 was not the one, this one goes in trash. And finally, the current game, the one we're playing right now, FC26. If you asked me to rank FC26 on this tier list within the first few weeks of release, I would have easily put it in great with potential to move up to GOAT. It was that good. The gameplay was quick, it was responsive, the dribbling was fantastic. There was also a respectable skill gap. EA slowed down the content in Ultimate Team. They made the changes that players were asking for. It was all going fantastically. But now a few gameplay updates have been made, and honestly, I think it's made the game way worse. It's no longer anywhere near as enjoyable as before. AI defending is way too OP, and when you pair that with the fact that all these attacking metas are being nerfed, it's getting tough to score goals. I still believe EA can fix the FC26 gameplay, get it back to how it was in those first few weeks, and we'll all be okay. But for now, I'm gonna put FC26 in good, just for those first few weeks alone. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think is the best FIFA or FC title of all time? Let me know which game and why in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to All Out Gaming for more gaming content in the future.